Hey, welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid. In these videos, we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you're new to the show, welcome. We make daily videos and keep it relevant to what's going on in the news. So let's jump right in and take a look at Bitcoin Cash this morning. Now, as you can see, we had a pretty wild run here last night. We hit some lows at around $1,700 USD, but we were back and climbing. It looks like we're currently around 2,300. But you can see here after that nice rip and roar run we had up to around 4,000 USD, we have retraced, and like I said, we hit around that $1,700 mark, but it seems to be the floor there. Now on the other side of the coin, you can see that Bitcoin Core, roughly $12,000, having some issues breaking through that $13,000 mark, but you can see we've slightly retraced a bit. Now if you step back, you can see that Bitcoin Core has been decreasing. The trend is slowly shooting downwards. So it'll be interesting to see if that $11,000 was in fact a floor or not. Now if we jump over to the crypto market cap, you can see just how serious this is, whether you want to talk about it or call it a Black Friday deal. That is clearly the case here because you're seeing a lot of red almost across the entire board and everything in the top 100. Now, there's an article that came out here on Bitcoin.com talking about this earlier today, basically breaking down the fact that BTC has seen a decrease of over 40% in over the last week here. Talking about that $11,000 support mark there. But again, a lot of other altcoins are hitting it hard. Before we get into that, Bitcoin Cash saw 61% loss just over the last 2 days as we hit those all-time highs of 4,100. Again, that was up 130% just in 3 days, so pretty substantial gains there. But again, Litecoin down 45% this morning, Ethereum 30, and Dash and Ripple both down 40% just over the last few days here. So pretty incredible movements here. But clearly we're going to be seeing a lot more flowing back into the markets as time goes further on. And typically you see this before Christmas, generally a big sell-off, and then over into the new year, people will be reassessing their positions, and you'll see some pretty serious flood of finance coming back into these cryptocurrencies. So another interesting article that came out on Bitcoin.com here was, what is Bitcoin Cash? Now, if you've got a lot of friends and family asking you this question, this is a wicked article to share because clearly there's ton of misconception about what Bitcoin actually is at this point, with BTC really having little to no value, definitely not being any means of a medium of exchange, with Bitcoin Cash really highlighting those what the white paper actually is, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So again, this is a wicked article, and I will leave this for you to check out if you're interested. Again, really cool stuff. But otherwise in the news, Korea and the authority slaps exchanges with licensing requirements. Now, we talked about this the other day in a video, and yes, in fact, it is happening. The ISMS, the Info Security Management System certification requirement, is coming into play here, as well as the FTC, the Fair Trade Commission, talking about doing on-site inspections for cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, they're not talking about all of them. It's mainly the top four, I guess, here that they're talking about, which is BitThumb, CoinOne, Corbit, and Upbit. Basically, they've come out with this as they have over $10 billion in annual revenue, as well as a 1 million daily visitors count there. So they're not targeting the medium exchanges. They're talking to the ones with the most money, clearly, so they can take a skim off the top, in my opinion. But again, you will continue to see this in other places in the news. And if you haven't checked out this site, I think I've talked about it a few times at least, Cash versus Core. You can see here the difference in the price, but you can also see the insane amount of fees that Core is charging, which we've seen increase as the price decreases, so that theory is out the window. But definitely this is interesting as well, with the price coming down to only 6 times of cash. Now, I remember earlier, back a few months ago, maybe even only a month ago, it was around 12 times that of cash. So now you're clearly seeing that price with Bitcoin Cash has stabilized and almost getting closer and closer as time goes on to Bitcoin Core. So I will leave a link to this article I mentioned earlier over on Twitter. And if you haven't checked us out, it's the Crypto Kid, where I'll leave everything here for the new tweets that come out from anything that's happening in the news. Otherwise, here's the link here if you want to check it out. So I will continue to monitor this because clearly we're seeing a little bit of action here as we lose the picture, with Bitcoin Core trying to break through that $13,000 mark, and with Bitcoin Cash doing pretty well here. We've already reached around 2,300 or 24, it looks like, just a few minutes ago. So keep an eye on this. It will continue to move, And hopefully today's video was enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.